should welders start video blogging, especially when you're independent? I want to say this because I had a few people ask me this, and I actually feel like even if you're not familiar with getting in front of the camera, just like I wasn't, and still, I'm working on it. You know what I mean? I think that is a wise thing to do because having that archive is always good to go back and reflect on, and others can actually see your growth. So, how you should do it, in my personal opinion, I think you should do it as soon as you get started being independent, or as soon as you get started learning the trade. So, like, say you start going to school or you start working on the job and you start learning the welding trade, I think you should start you a blog then. And doing the video blogs on YouTube, I think is valuable. You should also do it on a personal website, like get your personal website. But if you can't afford your personal website getting started, just get your domain and then build, build everything up in there. As you get things established, then you can go back and, get your website off the ground. But going through YouTube is actually a good way to do it because um, you can put up your videos, you can even record them or go live, and you can be able to express your growth over time. You know what I mean? And the cool thing about it is, as you go through different jobs, as you go through different stages of your growth and your learning and welding in your business, you know, um, you're giving input out. Like, I experienced this. I went through this. I faced this. Okay, I shouldn't have did this. I learned from this. Oh wow, I did this, and this is what happened. It's like you're giving your personal experience, your personal journey, and to me, your personal journey is valuable because there is no one like you. So I feel that there's no one that can tell your story like you can tell your story. So it's one thing to leave your destiny and your beliefs in the hands of someone else, and it's another thing to actually create it yourself, like leave your own archives, like show your growth. And throughout history, we know that the society has risen and failed in different cultures, and we got the facts or the archives of that to show what they did, what happened. This is why this went corrupt. This is how this went left field. This is what shouldn't have been done. And so we learn a lot from our history. And you can create your own history. And to me, I think that's very valuable because you're actually leaving these valuable archives behind for someone who's looking to go that same journey, or your children, or like I say, just something that you want to create a journal of your growth and where you've been. So I think, starting when you get started is wise because it takes time, especially when you're building it organically, or, even those who want to build it and start initially putting money behind it. I think like getting started, I think you shouldn't um, just throw money there because I think that it can be spent um, vainly at first. I think you should actually learn, what you're doing and getting it out there organic because you do own the content. And then even on YouTube, you own it, and but it's still, limits to certain things you can upload, like certain things you can upload and get um paid for. Like when you upload a video or some content that has a song that's playing and it's not yours, or the beat isn't yours and it's owned by someone else, you can still have it on your channel, but you can't get any income from it. You can't put an ad on it yourself. You know what I mean? So you should think about things like that. Like when you put your stuff up, make sure that it's not no radio or something that's in there that maybe that keep you from owning the content 100% pretty much, as much as you can. And so as you build your channel later, as you grow, you'll be able to monetize it, and you'll be able to um, live off of that, those past videos, those past archives that you put up to help someone or to just show your growth over time. And it'll be kind of amazing because you'll see how people are using it, and you don't know who you're going to help. So I think by having it public and just sharing your experiences is better because you don't know who you're going to help. You don't know who you're going to reach. You don't know what person is going to stumble across one of your videos that might encourage them to take their lives to the next level. So having it out there like that, I think it helps you grow individually, and it also helps you create future business partners or investors and opportunities. When someone see what you got going, they might want to partake of it or buy some of your services or say, hey man, I want to support what you got going on. I seen your struggle, you know what I mean? So I think that is wise when we're getting started that we video blog and that we blog what we do and keep archives of it. And don't focus on the numbers, because the numbers is not going to look right when you're getting started. Like you might get a view or two, four, five. You're like, man, I put this, man, only two, three people looked at this. You know, it is what it is. Don't focus on the numbers, because I believe if you focus on the numbers, then you're not focusing on the mission, on the goal at hand. The goal at hand is to just share your experiences organically and to um, just put it out there what you enjoy doing. You know what I mean? Like if you really enjoy doing something, I think you should just do it. You know what I mean? Don't focus on how many people like it, how many people supporting it, how many people behind you. Just focus on you. You know, this is what I enjoy doing. You know what I mean? And I'm eventually get it. So working on it, I think is a good thing. But I think you should start as soon as you start your independent business. As soon as you start your independence, is saying, hey, I want to do this. I think you should start archiving it, man, because over time it's going to pay you off. It's going to help you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to help you build relationships with other companies, with other people. Um, you know, it to me, I think that it's wise because it shows your true character. It shows who you are, because a lot of times, you know, we look at celebrities and different people that we admire and respect. We see how they got there, or we see the beginning. Oh, they came from the projects, and then we see them in a mansion. We see them driving a Bentley. We see them living that life. You know what I mean? And but a lot of times you don't see the process. Like, man, what happened? You know what happened when that certain person rolled through there and said, "Hey, man, I've been looking for you, man. You got something, you know, valuable I want to invest in," or how they went through this. I lost everything trying to invest in their dreams. You know what I mean? But a lot of times you'll see it later in certain famous people that passed. Then someone want to do a movie of it and say, "Hey, check this out. Look what they really went through." And you know, and true enough, that is great to watch that, but that person ain't really benefiting from it. They gone now. So I think that you can benefit from yours while you're still alive by creating your archives, by doing a video blog, by posting videos, posting content, just you know, just being real about what your movement is. You know what I mean? Everybody is different. Everybody have a different approach. You have welders that are cookers, welders who are um, carpenters too. You know, welders who are love to fish. You know what I mean? So everybody have a different passion. So I think just using this skill of welding is a it's like having a cash cow. You know, everybody want to get that to create the cash flow to invest in the other ventures that you really want to invest in. Owning real estate, having property, having some type of rescue camp, or having some type of fun resort, or you know, it's just so many things that we can do. You know, having commercial property, like my goal, like one of my goals is, man, I want to have my own commercial property, like where other businesses are coming in getting the slots, kind of like, you know, you see these mini malls and stuff, and they have, you know, they them strip malls or whatnot, and they have different people renting from them, you know what I mean? And they got their own little facilities, everything is up, and everybody got something going. I want to do that, and I want to do it with containers. I want to do it with my own type of style, my own type of approach with it, and I just want to do something organically. And I think that it'll really be a hit, because it'll be me giving back, but it'll be my commercial property. I believe starting my blog is helping me, because I have reached people even now that I never even imagined, man. But you know, running across some of the good brothers I have and good sisters I have, I mean, they have encouraged me. You know, so it's crazy, because as you do your blog, you know, there's gonna be moments where you're gonna get discouraged and say, "Hey, man, I want to throw in the towel," and it's gonna be brothers and sisters who will encourage you to keep going. You know what I mean? They'd be like, hey man, this video I seen of yours 6 months ago or a year ago influenced me to become a welder, influenced me to say, okay, I can do this. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. This helped me. Your video touched me on this point. It made me feel like you was talking to me, even though I know you were just speaking your experiences. You don't know, whatever the situation is. It's just like, it's so many useful things that you can do from having one. It's like a no-brainer. You know what I mean? So get over the fear from just talking in front of the camera, or just, blogging, or thinking you got to be perfect. Oh, I got to shave. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I need to look like this. Oh, man, just do it. You know what I mean? Some days you might be on point, looking good, clean all the time. And other days you might just be regular, just talking and just, hey, man, check this out, man. I'm at the gas station. Hey, I'm riding down the road. I had to park over here. Something was on my mind. And I think that those moments are the moments that's most valuable because they are pure. You know what I mean? It's not scripted. It ain't something that you just wrote down to gain some attention. You just, you know, you're feeling something and you want to express it. You know what I mean? So I think that it's good that we do this because it's something that our kids can use. It's something that our business can use. Later we can go back and reflect on, oh man, okay, this is what we did wrong here. This is what we can use this as a model to do this. You see what I'm saying? So I think creating your video blog can help you personally. It's going to help your business. It's going to help you gain new relationships, better relationships. I think it's going to help you get new clients, new customers, sell your products, your services. It can help you just increase your brand and letting people know about you and the consistency of what you're doing, because, you know, it makes me feel good when I hear someone say, hey, I've been watching you for the last few years and I remember how you started, and to see you at where you're at now, it encourages me. You know what I mean? To let, it encourages them to know that, hey, this can actually be done. And you showed them it can be done by your example. And not only did that time help them, but then by you seeing that it helped, it influenced you. Probably you was going through something. You're like, dang, I didn't realize I've been doing this that long. And then now you see the benefit of it. You see how you really didn't help someone. So I think that, I think it's wise. I think that it's smart that we um that we video blog, man, and that we keep archives to not only just help us, but to help others. You know what I mean? Because the goal is, not to be selfish, you know what I mean? We know that the one of the golden rules of of God is to be fruitful and multiply. So if I'm going to be fruitful and multiply, I have to have something that I know I can help plant a seed that others can eat off of, and others can plant too, and they can help feed someone, and they can help feed someone, and the list goes on and on and on. You know what I mean? So I just believe that it's wise and that we should just, try it, and don't be focusing on what someone else is doing too, because everybody, you might have different other people that you follow, and there's nothing wrong with it, that you respect, but don't get caught up in what they're doing to discourage what you're doing. You just keep doing what you're doing. So if you started off blogging good, and then now you watching so and so, and you watching so and so, you're like, man, maybe I need to quit this. This ain't working out. Then it just shows your faith. It shows your character within yourself. So I think that don't focus on what others doing, what they're saying. Just do your thing. Just do whatever your thing. I got welders and mechanics, and they focus on mechanic. I got a partner that's a mechanic that I met here in Oklahoma City. And I told him, I said, man, you should start a blog on your mechanic work. Like when you do it, and when you're doing certain things, you should video blogging you doing it, or before and after or something, and just start doing it, man. I said, I think that's going to be a good thing. And you might not see the value in it at first, but in the long run, it's going to pay off, especially if you got something that's a value, that's really helping somebody. You know what I mean? So I just think, man, this video blogging is wise. Like I say, it can help you in a few different ways. I'm glad I started doing it. It has encouraged me personally. It has influenced me, and it has strengthened my faith. Hold on.